Have you noticed your legs feeling weaker when you get out of bed or stand up from a chair? Maybe you're moving slower, losing balance more easily, or struggling with nightly leg cramps. Most people chalk it up to aging, but the truth is that's only part of the story. There's something deeper happening that most seniors aren't told about: a silent deficiency. Missing just a few essential nutrients can quietly weaken your muscles, slow down nerve repair, and increase your risk of falling. The surprising part, you don't need a prescription to fix it. The solution might be as simple as what you take right before bed. In today's video, you'll discover 3 powerful research-backed vitamins that most people overlook, but they can quietly rebuild your leg strength, improve balance, and restore nerve connection while you sleep. These aren't expensive treatments or hard-to-find supplements. They're safe, natural, and easy to add to your bedtime routine. Thousands of seniors have already felt the difference, waking up with stronger legs, less stiffness, and more confidence. If you're over 60 and want a simple, science-backed way to restore mobility, this is where it begins. 3. Vitamin B12, the nerve connector. A few years ago, Walter, a 73-year-old retired school bus driver from Indiana, noticed something strange. When he got up from his recliner, his legs didn't respond like they used to. They felt disconnected. It wasn't just weakness, it was like his brain and legs weren't on speaking terms anymore. At night, his calves would twitch. He started tripping over his slippers, and once he even stumbled getting out of his RV. His doctor blamed age. But Walter wasn't convinced. Turns out what Walter was experiencing wasn't just age, it was a classic sign of low vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 is like the power cable between your brain and your legs. It helps create a protective coating around your nerves, called the myelin sheath, which ensures messages from your brain travel quickly and accurately to your muscles. Without it, even strong legs can feel sluggish, unresponsive, or wobbly. So what happens when your B12 runs low? You might not notice it right away. It starts with mild foot numbness, then a tingling or burning sensation, especially at night. Over time, your knees may feel weak when you rise. Some seniors describe it as walking through sand or feeling like their legs are half asleep. According to data from the National Institutes of Health, up to 43% of adults over 60 have low or borderline B12 levels, and many don't know it. That's because your ability to absorb B12 from food drops dramatically with age. Even if you eat eggs, fish, or meat, your stomach may no longer produce enough acid to extract B12 from protein. In fact, one large study in the journal Neurology followed over 2,500 seniors and found those with low B12 levels were 3 times more likely to develop walking difficulties. They also had a 60% higher risk of falls. The missing link: poor nerve signaling between the brain and leg muscles. But here's the crucial part. Your nervous system doesn't repair itself while you're up and about. It does that work at night during sleep. That's when your body resets, repairs, and restores its internal wiring. And that's exactly why taking B12 before bed is so effective. Unlike stimulants or caffeine, B12 doesn't keep you awake. In fact, many seniors say they sleep more soundly when they take it. It gently nourishes the nervous system when your body is most receptive during sleep. How should you take it? For seniors, the best form is methylcobalamin, a highly absorbable version of B12. And instead of swallowing a pill, the ideal method is sublingual, a small tablet that dissolves under the tongue. This bypasses your digestive system entirely and goes straight into your bloodstream. Here's a simple evening routine. Place the sublingual tablet under your tongue. 30 minutes before bed. Make sure your stomach is mostly empty. No big meals. Take $1,000 mcg daily to start. Adjust only if your doctor recommends. If you're already on medications, space it out by at least an hour unless told otherwise by your physician. How fast does it work? Some seniors report better muscle control, fewer leg twitches, and improved balance within 10 to 14 days. In one case, study an 81-year-old woman who could barely walk more than 10 minutes without rest regained full mobility after 6 weeks of consistent B12 supplementation. No miracles, just biology working properly. Signs you may be low on B12 include numb or tingling feet, calf stiffness, especially at night, wobbly knees when rising, slow reaction time in the legs, foot dragging or unsteady walking, muscle twitching during sleep. If these sound familiar, it's worth investigating not just for comfort but for safety. Falls are one of the top causes of injury in seniors, and often the true cause is not weak muscles but slow misfiring nerves. Here's a practical tip. Keep your B12 bottle near your toothbrush or on your nightstand. Set a reminder if needed. Make it part of your winding down routine, just like brushing or drinking a warm herbal tea. And here's something inspiring. Even in your 70s or 80s, your nerves can bounce back. They just need the right fuel. Think of B12 as the electrician that restores communication between your brain and your legs. With time and consistency, your body responds. So if your legs have felt a little off, your balance isn't what it used to be, or nighttime tingling keeps you awake, your body might not be aging. It might just be asking for B12. For 2, vitamin D3, the muscle builder at night. It was 3 a.m., and Linda, a 68-year-old retired teacher from Ohio, found herself awake again with a deep, burning ache in her thighs. She had tried everything, changing her mattress, stretching before bed, even cutting out caffeine. But nothing worked. Maybe this is just part of getting old, she thought, discouraged. What she didn't know is that her pain wasn't from aging. It was from a silent deficiency most seniors have, but never suspect. That deficiency, vitamin D3. Most people know D3 as the sunshine vitamin, useful for strong bones, but after 60 it becomes something much more powerful. It turns into your body's secret weapon for nighttime muscle repair. Without enough of it, your legs can't rebuild, your balance gets shaky, and even light housework feels like a workout. Linda wasn't losing strength because of age. Her muscles were starving for the one vitamin they needed most when her body needed it most during sleep. So what exactly does D3 do? Vitamin D3 helps regulate calcium, yes, but more importantly, it triggers muscle protein synthesis, the process your body uses to rebuild torn or tired muscle fibers. During the day, we put our muscles through micro-damage climbing stairs, lifting groceries, even standing for long periods. At night, D3 helps your body reverse that damage. It acts like a construction crew that only shows up while you sleep. The problem is, as we age, our ability to produce D3 from sunlight plummets. According to the National Institutes of Health, people over 65 generate up to 75% less D3 from the same sun exposure as younger adults. So even if you're outside gardening or walking the dog, your body still might not be making enough. And if you're not supplementing, you're likely deficient whether you feel it yet or not. The warning signs. They show up slowly. Waking up sore for no reason. Stiffness in the calves or glutes. Trouble getting out of chairs. Slower stair climbing. A general feeling that something's off in your lower body. And unfortunately, this is often misattributed to age or inactivity when the root cause is nutritional. One landmark study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism tracked seniors over 3 months. Those who took D3 supplements before bed saw a 19% increase in leg strength and a 34% drop in fall frequency. Another 2022 review from Frontiers in Aging found that D3 deficient seniors had twice the overnight leg pain and dramatically reduced muscle regeneration. These aren't minor statistics, they're life-changing. So, how should you take it? Here's the good news. Vitamin D3 is easy to integrate into your bedtime routine. The best form is cholecalciferol D3, ideally in soft gel or capsule form. Dosage can vary based on blood levels, but most seniors benefit from 2,000 to 4,000 IU per day. And here's the key: take it at night. Why? Because that's when your body shifts into repair mode, releasing growth hormone and rebuilding tissue. D3 works best in that window. Since D3 is fat-soluble, it needs a little dietary fat to be absorbed. A teaspoon of almond butter, a slice of cheese, or a few nuts will do the trick, no need for a heavy meal. Avoid taking it with your full dinner if that meal is heavy or high in sugar, as digestion slows down after 60, and that could delay absorption. Worried it might interfere with your sleep? Quite the opposite. Many seniors report that nighttime D3 actually helps them sleep more deeply. It soothes the nervous system, eases muscle tension, and reduces cramps that would otherwise wake them. Linda. After just 2 weeks of consistent D3 use at bedtime, her thigh pain began to fade. After a month, she noticed she could walk farther without discomfort, and for the first time in years, she woke up feeling refreshed, not sore. "I had no idea such a small change could make such a big difference," she shared. Let's take a step back here. We often think rebuilding muscle requires more exercise, more effort, more strain. But that's not always true, especially after 60. Sometimes the key is working smarter, not harder. And the smartest move you can make for your legs tonight, give them the D3 they're quietly begging for. If you've been feeling sore for no clear reason, if your balance feels just a little off, if you find yourself avoiding stairs more than you used to, these may not be signs of aging. They may be signs of D3 depletion. You can start reversing it tonight. 1 capsule, a small fat-based snack, 20 to 30 minutes before bed. That's it, because your body wants to rebuild. You just have to give it the right tools. For 1, vitamin K2, the calcium commander. Imagine this. It's the middle of the day and you're simply walking to the kitchen when out of nowhere your knees crack like dry twigs. By lunchtime, your calves feel tight like rubber bands. And by evening, you're rubbing your legs, wondering when they became so achy and stiff. For years, Margaret, 72, assumed this was just part of aging. It's the price of living long, she would joke. But when her doctor found nothing wrong in her blood tests or x-rays, she started looking deeper. That's when she stumbled upon something no one had mentioned, a silent missing nutrient that wasn't even on her radar: vitamin K2. While vitamin K1 is known for blood clotting and leafy greens, K2 plays a far more powerful and often overlooked role, especially after age 60. Think of K2 as the traffic cop for calcium. It tells calcium exactly where to go into your bones, not your joints or arteries. Without it, calcium gets lost. It builds up in soft tissues, stiffens your legs, and makes movements feel forced, painful, and unnatural. Research confirms it. A 2021 Nutrients Journal study followed older adults who supplemented with K2 daily. After just 8 weeks, they experienced a 31% improvement in standing balance and a 21% increase in quadriceps strength. That's not theory, it's real-world strength being restored in real people. Why is this so critical for seniors? After 60, our bodies naturally struggle with calcium distribution. You might be taking D3 or calcium supplements already, but without K2 guiding that calcium, it can end up in all the wrong places, causing arterial stiffness, joint discomfort, and a gradual loss of leg power. That's why so many older adults say, "I'm taking all the right things, but I still feel stiff." K2 is often the missing link. K2 also activates muscle repair genes, turning on switches that spark new muscle growth and collagen rebuilding. It even improves how your body uses glucose in your muscles, helping those with insulin resistance, prediabetes, or poor circulation to gain better control and endurance. In one aging and disease clinical trial, seniors who added K2 to their routine improved daily walking tests and reported stronger leg stamina within a few weeks. Now here's the challenge: K2 is incredibly rare in modern Western diets. Unless you're regularly eating natto, a fermented Japanese soybean dish, aged cheeses like Gouda, or certain organ meats, you're likely not getting enough. This is especially true in American diets, where convenience often replaces traditional nutrient-dense foods. So how can you fix this? First, look for K2 in its most effective form, MK7. It's more bioavailable and stays active in the body longer, making it perfect for nightly repair. Studies show that MK7 improves long-term calcium regulation and supports nighttime muscular healing when taken before bed. Second, combine it with vitamin D3. These two work hand in hand. D3 pulls calcium into your bloodstream. K2 makes sure it ends up in your bones and not your joints. Taking one without the other is like filling your car with gas, but never steering it. Together, they create a roadmap for calcium that promotes strength, flexibility, and true recovery. For best results, take 100 to 200 micrograms of MK7K2 in the evening around the same time as your D3. A small fat-based snack like avocado slices almonds or a spoonful of nut butter can enhance absorption. And if you're also on a calcium supplement or eat calcium-rich foods like dairy, that's even more reason to include K2. It ensures that calcium is directed away from sensitive areas like arteries and joints, where it could do more harm than good. As for safety, K2 is generally well tolerated and doesn't interfere with most medications. But always consult your doctor, especially if you're on blood thinners, to be safe. And remember, consistency is key. K2 works gradually. You won't feel an overnight miracle, but in 2 to 4 weeks you may notice your legs feeling less stiff, your balance improving, and movements feeling more fluid and natural. Let me say this clearly, it's never too late. You didn't lose your strength overnight, and you won't regain it overnight, but you can restore it step by step, night by night. Your muscles remember. Your body wants to heal. All it needs is the right support, and K2 is a big part of that. Margaret. After 4 weeks of K2 and D3, she said she no longer had to lean on walls to stand up. I didn't even notice it at first. I just realized one morning I was walking to the sink and my knees didn't crack. It was like my legs woke up. That's the quiet power of K2. Not flashy, not famous, but absolutely essential. Let your body rebuild on your behalf. Tonight, give it the tools it's been missing. K2 might just be the key to legs that move freely again, not like they're stuck in slow motion, but like they remember how to dance. Now that you know the power of these 3 bedtime vitamins, B12, D3, and K2, the next step is simple. It's time to put them into a gentle nighttime routine that fits your life, not disrupts it. Start like this. Take 1,000 mcg of methylated B12 under your tongue about 30 minutes before bed. This lets it absorb directly into your bloodstream, bypassing any gut absorption issues. Next, take 2,000 IU of vitamin D3 with a small fat-based snack like a spoonful of almond butter or a few slices of avocado. This helps the vitamin absorb more effectively and gives your body a fuel source to work with as you sleep. Finally, add 100 to 200 mcg of MK7 form vitamin K2, ideally taken alongside your D3. This helps direct calcium to the right places, your bones and muscles, not your joints or arteries. Keep these vitamins in a visible spot near your toothbrush or nightstand. Routine builds results, not intensity. You don't need to overhaul your entire life overnight. Just build small habits that compound over time. What can you expect? By the end of week 1, many people report sleeping better and waking up with slightly less stiffness. After 2 weeks, you may notice more confidence in your step, fewer nighttime leg cramps, and smoother movements when standing up. At 30 days, real strength starts to return. You may find yourself walking farther, standing longer, or even getting out of your favorite chair without that familiar groan. Let this be your reminder, your legs haven't given up on you. They're just waiting for the right support. Aging doesn't mean decline, it means you need to be more strategic. Your body still wants to heal, to rebuild, and to move freely. Give it what it needs, and it will surprise you. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you tried taking any of these vitamins before bed? What changes have you noticed in your legs, your energy, or your balance? Share your story in the comments. I read every single one, and your experience might help someone else. If this video gave you even one helpful idea, please consider sharing it with a friend, sibling, or parent who's also over 60. Sometimes just knowing where to start makes all the difference. And don't forget to subscribe if you want more simple science-backed tips to help you stay strong, mobile, and independent. Your legs carry you through life. Let's keep them strong one night at a time.